Okay. It's only me in here.
What the heck?
Hey, can you hear me? Unmute down at the bottom. I'm connected to audio.
It won't let me join.
Okay.
Can you hear me now, Catherine?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you.
Hello, Connor. I'm glad y'all are able to get on because what's the meeting ID?
It's in the email. The code at the end of the email.
ID.
It's the last number. If you copy and paste the last number in,
It's basically the whole number of the link is the ID.
hello, Allison. Nope, she's not.
She's still connected.
Hey,
Hello.
we're waiting on one person. How's everybody doing?
I'm tired.
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 It's only 9 o'clock.
Somebody read me the number, please.
Okay, the number is, what is the number?
Here, I'll get it. 927
Can you text it to Jeff?
Just read it.
Read it. It's what?
927
927
5223
5223
3645.
3645. It says my internet is unstable. I'm not sure why, but it's.
Because we have so much stuff on.
I didn't know if it was ours or on your end.
Oh, did it show up on yours too?
It's just lagging a little bit.
So it's 9 o'clock there.
Yeah.
Y'all just. Y'all give me a second. Yeah, I'll let you. All right. Okay, Jeff, you're sideways. There you go. All right. Everybody has their stuff up. Okay. All right, guys. Hey, I'm Catherine, and you guys are all on here because I know that this is a little bit different than having to be all in together in one place, but face to face. But times are different now, so I appreciate you getting on Zoom. I know it's a little bit more complicated. It was for me anyway. Anybody have any trouble?
No, not too much.
Good. So hold on one second. I'm sorry. I apologize. You know, when you're in your home, you have people interrupting you. So anyway, I wanted to wait until they're gone. So anyway, okay, so my name is Catherine and I'm going to be your therapist for the next 12 weeks. We are all here because we all have some type of anxiety, severe anxiety that's causing issues in our daily lives. And so my job is to facilitate and just help us work through some issues, hopefully learn some skills and learn how to manage your anxiety. So first thing I want to do is to make sure that you all know about confidentiality. So everything on here, like through the internet, even though we're here and we're in different houses and we're not in one room, it's still confidential. And so everything that is said on here doesn't go anywhere else. It's confidential. And I want to make sure that you understand that and you agree with that. So does everybody understand and agree?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So Allison, you good? Yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure. You're a little like spotty, I think, or whatever. So Jeff, you there?
Yeah.
So do you agree with the confidentiality?
Yes.
You understand? Okay. I just want to make sure that everybody, because it's a really big deal when you know, confidential is a big deal, especially when you're doing meetings like this over the internet. So so one of the things I want to make sure that we're all, like, I just want to lay down some expectations for our therapy, especially when we're not in person, is that we're all listening and you know, paying attention to when other people are speaking and trying our best not to interrupt, because I know at least we can see each other, but we may not it's not like being in the same room. So there are a few things that we're doing differently. Sometimes, usually if we were like face to face, I would be doing some things where you're actually pairing off someone together. And so unfortunately we can't do that, but we're just going to do the best we can the way that, you know, this is going to run. So the first thing I want to do is for us all to get to know each other. And so I'm going to start with Tyler and just go down. And I want you to tell me, just introduce yourself. And you can say where you're from and tell me what, you know, what an expectation for this therapy group is. And also, we're going to meet weekly, and for the next 12 weeks for an hour, and we'll same time, same day every week. So I just wanted to throw that in there too to remind you of that. But Tyler, go ahead.
So my name's Tyler McKay. I'm from San Diego, California. I guess a little bit about myself is I work for a sports supplement company. I also ride motocross. I used to do that for a living. Really into the fitness industry. And what I want to get most out of this, you know, this therapy is to really be able to kind of control my anxiety and be able to understand how I could work on it, as well as building for myself to learn the tools to be better at controlling it in the future.
Okay, good, good. Well, I appreciate you telling a little bit about yourself and everything. Okay, Connor.
I'm Connor. I'm from San Diego, California. I guess I have really bad anxiety, so I just want to figure out what my triggers are and how I can help stop it before it gets too far.
So have you always had anxiety?
Yes.
So you have a difficulty controlling it
Mm-hmm.
and don't know how to, you basically what I'm hearing is that you don't even know what causes it.
No, it just gets really bad randomly.
Okay, so hopefully we can find some triggers. That's what this is about, is trying to identify and kind of processing through and thinking about that. We're going to do a lot of thinking. We do a thing called cognitive behavioral, and kind of trying to learn how to change thoughts too, that we can question that. So, okay, Allison.
My name is Allison Falk, Allison Williams, and I'm from Dalton, Georgia. I'm an artist and graphic designer for a commercial flooring company. And my anxiety centers around being in large groups of people that I don't want to be in. And germs.
And germs. So right now you're probably really having a difficult time, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
So are you like staying at home and not going out at all?
Pretty much, but that's my normal. So
Are you saying that you're so introverted that this is kind of nice for you?
yes, yes, I feel no pressure to go anywhere.
Yes, yeah.
But luckily, I'm able to work from home, so I'm still working.
Yeah, well, it's nice when you can work from home. Is everybody able to work from home?
Yes.
Okay, so Jeff, tell me a little bit about you.
I am 49 years old. I'm from Dalton, Georgia. I work as a manager in the grocery field.
Oh,
So I'm an essential employee. So I'm in the public every day. I think a lot of my anxiety comes from we don't know what's going on with this COVID-19, and I'm out amongst thousands of people every day in my job.
wow, that's a little scary, huh?
It can be.
Yeah. So Connor, I saw you shaking your head no that you can't work from home. What do you do?
I'm a supervisor at Starbucks, and luckily they're paying me while I'm off, but I opted out because I started to get really bad chest congestion. And they're now, as soon as you go into work, they have to take your temperature and you have to wear a mask and gloves. And so I just decided to opt out because they're still paying us the full amount of time we're out till May 3rd, I think.
Okay. Does that bring up anxiety for you?
Not much anxiety as much as like depression because I'm bored sitting in my bed all day, which I could be out, but there's only so much you can do.
So when you're depressed, do you have any anxiety come on? Because sometimes they can both kind of play off of each other.
I think so. I have really bad anxiety at night. I haven't been able to sleep. I've actually had insomnia really bad, which is weird for me because I'm an 8 o'clock in bed type person.
So what I'm hearing is that because you're not working and you're laying around in bed a lot, that you're kind of becoming more depressed.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're not sleeping at night. So maybe we can, and just a thought, is there a thought that maybe you could like change your sleep pattern and maybe get up and not be laying around in the bed all the time?
Yes, I could do that.
Well, it sounds like it's difficult to get out and do things too right now because everybody has the stay at home. So
I did, and everything's closed out. I mean, the beach is like, I'm gonna try to go walk on the boardwalk by the beach because I don't think all the sidewalks are closed, and try to get out and do that. It's been really pretty here, like 80 degrees. It's been really hot. So
well, that's good. That's a great coping strategy when you have anxiety or depression or anything, is just getting out. How are you, Tyler? Are you getting outside any to be able to like help with your anxiety? What is something
Yeah.
you do?
I do a lot of road cycling as of normally I like to go to the gym as like my way of getting away from the world, kind of be by myself and work out. That's like my kind of coping strategy. But since we can't do that, obviously with the gyms being closed, I've been on my road bike a lot, just kind of trying to stay active as much as possible, because we get kind of stir crazy sitting inside for someone as like myself who's very active normally.
Yeah.
So that's kind of as far as the best thing I could do, and run and try to stay outside as much as I can with the stay-at-home ordinance.
Yeah, it's really difficult for everybody, and everybody suffers from anxiety, but it's all how we handle it and what we do when we start having those feelings. What about you, Allison? Are you able to get out? What is something that you're doing when you
Yes, I'm able to get out, and I work a lot outside on my porch. So as long as the weather permits, and that's another source of anxiety, is I have a man building a road into my house.
oh my
So
goodness.
I hear his tractor sounds set me off every day. Usually I love that sound because my dad drove a tractor, but this man is encroaching on my property, which is daily. So I try to at least a couple times a day, maybe get out and drive around and maybe go get a Coke or something.
Okay. What about you, Jeff?
Well, in my job, I'm getting out and working every day, so I don't really have, I'm not stuck at home. But I am also trying to do some projects at home, and I am still exercising, although I have to run in my neighborhood or do things around the house to exercise.
Okay. Well, so I hear that everybody's doing something more active and not just like sitting around as much. And Connor, hopefully that, hearing what other people are doing for themselves, maybe that will give you some ideas of some things that maybe you can do. Even just going outside and sit like Allison was talking about, or doing some projects or something. I mean, it sounds like everybody's doing a little bit different things. Does that give you any ideas?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So one of the things I wanted to do is a little exercise. And I know that when I sent y'all the link that I asked y'all to have some paper and pencil or crayons or something. Does everybody have materials that I told you that you need?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you got it? You have it, Allison?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do is, when we have anxiety, we kind of feel it inside. And if you are able to take what you feel anxiety is and put it into a picture, we're able to draw it. Like, I mean, it could be anything from a person. It's really what you see your anxiety as. And so what I want you to do is take your pencil, crayons, whatever it is that you have, and I want you to take just a few minutes and draw it quickly, and then we're going to share. So y'all go ahead and draw what you feel like your anxiety looks like to you. Let me know when you're done. I can't really see. We're not in the same room.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done. I'm not a good artist, so.
Okay, this is not about artistry. It's not about, although I hear that Allison is a
Artist.
artist. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just whatever, and I do want to keep everybody on this time limit because we do have a time limit on here. And so I want to make sure that we get through the rest of what I want to get done. Allison, you about to finish?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and, if that's okay, Allison, are you good for me to go ahead and start? Is there anything you would like to share first?
Hang on, something happened. I'm not seeing you. Where did you go?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Oh, weird. Can everybody else see me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see.
and I can see Allison too.
Yeah,
You can see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
I can't see anybody. It just says Zoom.
Oh, wow. Did you hit something?
I don't think so. Hang on, I'm gonna try to refresh. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. You're kind of freezing a little bit here and there. So,
Well, I can't see y'all anymore, but if you can see me.
we can see you. I'm sorry. But just, I guess we can listen because I want y'all to explain about your picture. So anybody want to go first?
I can go first if you'd like.
Okay, thanks, Tyler. I was going to call you anyway, so I'm just kidding.
That's all right. So when I think of anxiety, I think of it as like a thunderstorm. There's a lot of unknowns of where like a lightning's gonna strike or something. So for me, anxiety is being able to control a straight line, and obviously a thunderstorm is not a straight line. It's going in all different directions, and has a lot of destruction, and it could have a lot of destruction on your behavior and stuff. So I just drew a little. Again, don't mind my drawing, but like a thunderstorm with the lightning bolts and stuff.
Right. So what I'm hearing is that you feel kind of out of control.
Yeah.
When anxiety starts, you don't feel like you're in control of what's happening.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I can't, like my mind goes blank. Like I don't know what's going on, and I don't have control over my own thoughts and actions as well. A lot of the times.
So hopefully we can work on that and find some ways for you to be able to bring yourself back into what you feel like control. How about you, Connor? What does your anxiety look like?
Don't judge my drawing.
We're not no judgment here. This is
Literally a ball of emotions.
it's a what?
A ball of emotions.
A ball of emotion.
A ball of yarn or a ball of those rubber bands.
Yeah, so I see some words. What were the words in there?
Anger and depression, because it's, for me, my anxiety ties into that, or one triggers the other, or vice versa.
Okay.
So anger, depression, it's like a ball of emotions. Like when my anxiety starts, it either turns to anger or depression, or my anger turns into anxiety.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that when it starts, it just goes all over the place and you're not able to know what's happening, maybe?
Yeah.
So you're hoping to learn, are you wanting to maybe learn how to stop it? Like maybe learning some early warning signs would be really good for you.
To learn how to slow it down.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So hopefully we can learn some of those things. That will be good. How about you, Alice?
I'll see. That's
What? Okay, that does not. That's a little.
That's me drowning in the sharks with germs in the water.
And you are definitely an artist. That was good. That was a very good picture. So that looks really scary. Do you?
Yeah, I mean, it can be like, you know, I just don't, I don't know. I just feel more comfortable being at home. I guess probably it's a control thing too.
Are sharks like people, or are they like? Is that like a?
I guess I guess they're like predators and unsavory characters, germs, things that I don't like.
Okay. So maybe there's some. Could there be some things like in your past, in your background, that maybe have caused the sharks to come about?
Yes.
So maybe that's some things that you can do, because sometimes we have triggers that we don't even realize they're triggering something from the past to the front. And so maybe being able to process through some of that this time will be really good, and that you can learn maybe those sharks will turn into dolphins.
Maybe.
Okay, Jeff, how about you?
My picture is of a car, speeding car. I guess that symbolizes to me when you're have anxiety, your heart is rushing. So that's what I guess everything is moving quickly when you have anxiety.
So when you have anxiety, it's like a speeding car, does that mean, are you just acting and not possibly, like, are you just acting on whatever your feelings or thoughts are right then?
Yeah, that could be a possibility. Yes.
Okay. Well, and I'm just thinking that, one thing about CBT is a therapeutic process that we do. And so it's basically, it's about our thoughts and how our thoughts lead to emotions. And so that was one of the things I thought about when you were, talking about a car speeding, is that sometimes we have thoughts, and before we are able to really process through those thoughts and be able to stop and think about them, we're acting on them. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
So those are things that we'll use some of that to be able to help with the anxiety. So one last quick thing, I want you to take your other piece of paper that I gave you, and I want you to draw quickly, what does it look like for you to feel peaceful? What the opposite of the anxiety that you feel? What would it feel if you did not have the anxiety, and what would peace?
Can you repeat that, Catherine? You cut out a little bit on my end.
I'm sorry. So I want you to draw, what does peace look like?
Okay.
The opposite of kind of when you're in the anxiety state, what does it feel when you feel peaceful?
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Everybody,
I'm done.
Allison, have you gotten us back yet? Picture-wise?
Yeah.
Okay. I know that internet has been kind of faulty everywhere lately. So many people on the internet. Okay, so how about we start with Connor this time?
Mine is the ocean with a palm tree and the sun.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's very peaceful. Are you able to do that?
What? I couldn't hear you.
I'm sorry. Are you able to like go to the ocean and the sunset? Like, how often is that? Do you get to do that?
Well, right now, not really as often, but before, all the time, like every day.
So, was your anxiety less when you were able to do that more?
Yeah, a little bit. Now that it's gonna be summer, because the days are a little bit longer, I'm excited because I'll be able to, stay up and go watch the sunset.
Okay, well, good. How about you, Jeff?
Mine is just a sunny day. With, you can look out in the sky and see the birds flying far away, like it's calm.
Okay.
Just a nice day. Not a lot happening.
Okay, so how many days have you been able to have that lately with your issues of having?
Probably just maybe on my off days away from work. When I'm
Okay.
just at home.
Okay. Allison?
Mine's kind of the same as Jeff's. Sunny day, clouds, nature, quiet, fresh air.
Yeah. You like to go on walks?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay, Tyler?
I think we're 4 for 4. I got a sunset at the beach. So I think we're all kind of on the same page with that, being outside, enjoying the beautiful weather, especially here in San Diego. Being by a beach is always enjoyable.
Yeah, I bet. And San Diego has beautiful sunsets too.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty hard to beat San Diego sunset.
Yeah. So y'all have some things like you have things that don't cost what I'm hearing is that y'all all have things that are peaceful that you can just go outside and do, weather permitting, obviously, but it's not something that costs money, and it's things that you can just walk out your door and even see, because y'all could even maybe walk out your door and see a sunset, not have to always be at the beach. If you like sunsets, you can still do that if you can't get to the beach too. So I want to end this was just kind of a introductory for us to learn a little bit about what anxiety looks like to you, and then what it looks like to be peaceful. And hopefully what we're going to do through this time is to learn what triggers that anxiety and learn how to kind of stop it in its tracks. And sometimes we have to kind of ride the wave too. And so we will meet next week, same time, same place, since we're still at our stay at home. And I appreciate all of you, participating, and we're just going to end up. Does anybody have any questions before we go, or feedback? How's everybody feel about this? Does everybody feel good about it?
Good, yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate every single one of you, and I look forward to seeing you next week. And if you need or have any questions, you can reach out to me. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.